And that's going to be the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 3. We're halfway through the season. So, this episode, they break Zemo out of prison. Oh, I guess spoilers if you haven't.
Well, it's a little late now.
So, come on, y'all know we're gonna review it.
I mean, everybody.
I don't even need to say spoiler alert.
Come out on Friday.
Yeah, they've watched it. We're late. We're late with our discussion of it. But yeah, so they break Zemo out of they break Zemo out of prison in order to get his help on figuring out the Hydra stuff behind it. Since Isaiah mentioned Hydra in the last episode. And they end up in Madripoor, which was interesting. And there are a couple of cameos in this that was interesting. I think it was pretty cool. Not as good as episode 2. But still okay episode, and it still leaves some questions that we would want answered, I would say.
Yeah, I think this episode was just okay, but it definitely accomplished a lot. Let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that, how you pronounce the name of that country?
Madripoor.
Did y'all know where that was from?
Madripoor.
X-Men.
Did y'all know
X-Men.
that?
The internet told me that in the trailers, so yes.
Oh, because
I knew already when they mentioned it.
Okay.
I did not know.
I did not know that, and I'm like so dumb. Like, man, I've never heard of this country before.
Oh, so you're trying to find a country?
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, I mean, I know I'm not an expert on geography, but I feel like it should be something I've heard of before. And I was like so confused for like 2 days until the internet told me it was from the X-Men.
Yeah, I just went along with it. I'm like, it's probably a country over there somewhere.
I was thinking like, oh, it must be in Asia somewhere.
In the comic books,
yeah, somewhere.
With Wolverine, we assume that like it's Japan and stuff like that, and it's like he did spend some time in Japan, but he spent a lot of time in this fictional country in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just like for them to actually have it on the show. It just is like it's putting everything together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, there was a bit of a shout out to like the X-Men and Wolverine too, because they like the camera focused on something called the Princess Bar, and that is where Wolverine hung out at a lot. So,
yep.
Yeah, they included that. So that's that is a clear connection to the X-Men. Yeah. So I know we got Evan Peters, Quicksilver, and everybody went crazy, and then like Marvel just slapped us all in the face. Was like, no, his name's Ralph Boner. So, but this is a clear connection to
high school with that name,
to the X-Men, like the comic book X-Men. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe we get mutants down the line. Not in this show, though. A lot of people theorizing, no, there's not going to be any mutants in this show.
No, I think they made it pretty clear that it's definitely the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
did anybody else realize that it took a while?
Captain America's a jerk? Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we knew that already.
It took a minute for the show to come on. It was like Zemo broke out and then Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier popped up. I was like, oh wow.
That's been like every episode though. Like they definitely establish the scene before that comes on. It's always been different.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. I didn't really notice.
It caught me off guard this time. All the other times it didn't, but this particular time it did.
You like their Ocean's 11 style breaking Zemo out of prison?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. As he was telling the story, I was like, he did it already.
Yeah, I'm like, he already did this.
But I like how they did, like, what do they call it? They call it, like, shining a lamp on it. Like, they pointed it out because Falcon is like, you seem a little bit too casual about this. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty good. So they break out Zemo. Zemo's rich, of course, because he's a Baron, which he is in the comics, Baron Zemo. So
yes.
Yeah,
that jacket that he had on all the whole episode was dope. I'm like, I need me one of those.
It was. I do like how they're connecting him more to the comic book Zemo as much as you can for a guy who wears purple and has a giant sword. Yeah. So, but besides that, showing off that he's rich, he got these cars, and his golden gun is also from the comics. So, I thought that's pretty cool. He's more comic book.
It was.
Yeah. And the purple stretched out Scully that he wears as a mask.
Right. I'm like, why do we need this to kill people?
Why did he put it on? I mean, I'm not mad that he put it on, but what was the reason?
It looked cool, but why?
Like, we already know it's you.
Right.
You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah. So, So as Dan said, Captain America's a jerk. So we get that.
He's an idiot. And he's obviously taking this whole Captain America thing to the head. As soon as he said, "Do you know who I am?" I'm like, you know what? Steve Rogers would have never said that like that.
No.
He would have never overreacted like that because he wasn't like, he ain't had that ego behind him. Like, hey, I'm Captain America. You got to do this, that, and the other. But this dude is like really eating this up. Like, I'm Captain America. I get my way no matter what. And then when he doesn't, he's obviously going to go left. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I feel like I like how the person he was talking to said yes and I don't care. And I feel like that attitude towards him, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of that, because he's not actually Captain America. He doesn't command that respect that people gave to Captain America. And I feel like that's going to get to him, because there's a lot of people aren't going to care that he has the shield. Like, nobody cares.
I think he's forgetting the fact that people respect Captain America because, I don't know, he saved the world how many times?
True.
That kind of helps.
Right.
And so you're just some guy who's trying to replace him. And, like, right now, you're nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just can't walk into a room. Do you know who I am?
Like, Steve Rogers wasn't that type of person. It wasn't in his personality.
Right. He was a decent guy. Like, but this dude was like,
but my thing is, like, Steve Rogers, he died saving the world, right?
Yes.
Right? He was already a hero during the war. Then he died during that war to save everyone. Then he comes back and saves the world how many times?
Yeah.
So, and then you're just somebody who put on the shirt and said, I'm Captain America now. You're really not. Respect is earned.
Respect is earned.
True.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I think he's definitely...
That's the fault of the government, too. Just because of looking at trying to get someone that had all these accolades and everything in war. But I'm like, that doesn't necessarily mean that person is humble.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. That's why in the original Captain America movie, Dr. Erskine, like, he wanted to choose the person rather than just giving it to some hotshot person in the army, because he's like, that's not what's important in this.
Yeah. So does U.S. Agent have the super serum or soldier serum?
Yeah.
In the comics?
Yeah. He got it from the power broker.
Oh, so then that's definitely about to happen in the show, though.
Yeah, I do feel like...
They mention him a lot.
They do mention the power broker an awful lot.
I feel like going off the deep end, this Captain America is going to go try to get the serum.
So that got to happen in, like, the next episode, right?
Since we're halfway through it, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. So, he's mad. He ain't got no respect. So he goes to the power broker and says, I'm going to get the respect if I have the super soldier serum. He gets it, but then, like Erkin said, what it said, bad becomes work, good become great, or however it worked out.
Yeah.
So since he really is a jerk in real life, he just becomes a super jerk. And then Falcon and Winter beat him up. And Zemo's escaped because you don't break evil people out of prison.
Yep, you
don't. I'm like, that's rule number 1.
Well, he does have Wakanda coming after him.
Oh yeah, we did not talk about that.
Yeah, well, we're not there yet. We were talking about the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe she pops up. Should I say that?
So we were talking when they were talking to the little doctor guy who also was in the comics. Look at me reading the internet, knowing things.
Mm-hmm.
Were they not keeping their eye on Zemo? Like, how'd you just let this guy walk away from you like this?
Yeah, they definitely weren't. But did you notice that Zemo went to find a gun after the guy said that he was like a god? You know, Zemo don't like that.
Yeah, he don't like that. Yeah.
Still, come on now.
But that shot in real quick.
I feel like he was gonna kill him anyway because
absolutely.
because he made the super serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that this guy is dead, is this serum completely done? Because we thought it was dead in the 40s or the 50s, right?
Yeah,
and yet they keep coming up with ways to make this thing.
They keep trying to recreate it. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
Everybody's trying to recreate it because remember Bruce Banner basically tried to recreate it, but it just kind of went left. It just he was too super soldier or too much gamma or whatever they said. You're too super.
Too super.
Yeah, so he was basically trying to recreate the same thing. It just different effects.
Yeah.
Now you got this guy.
Yeah, well, and I like how they pointed out. So this one, he was able to do it without it physically changing the person. Like it made him stronger and stuff, but they didn't like gain muscle mass or anything like that.
Right, or grow 6 inches.
Yeah.
Or turn green.
Turn green. Yeah. Yeah,
so that's why that is her still same size but strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Flag Smashers. So they went from being like Robin Hood-esque vigilantes to just straight terrorists, right? Because she just blew up that building with like the guards or whatever in there. And I get what she's getting at. They're hoarding all the food and not giving it to, like, they're supposed to be passing it out, but they're giving it to some people and not giving it to others, which is messed up. I get them, right? You know, yeah. But
blow up the food?
No, they stole the food first.
Blew it out first.
Oh, and then they blew up the guards. Yeah, now you killed a bunch of people. Like, now you're a terrorist.
Yeah, she didn't have to take it that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know how people are when they don't get their way. They got a certain plan that they want to get in. It's supposed to start off good, but now that you're not getting your way, kind of like you don't really care about casualties no more. Now you just want to express your anger for not getting your way.
Yeah. Interesting fact. Apparently, there was a plot taken out of the show that was apparently going to be around a disease that was spreading around the planet, and it was taken out of the show. They did mention this well before the show aired. I remember that, and then my memory got jogged of it earlier when I was listening to someone talk about today's episode, and you can tell because the actress that played their caretaker that died, the lady that died, like she apparently had bigger parts and she died from the disease. And they pointed out something good when they were talking to the guy who made the serum, and they were like, he said she died from tuberculosis. The camera cut away and his audio, whatever.
No, I didn't know what you said. Go ahead.
The camera cut away and his audio changed. Like, so it was obviously dubbed over. She was supposed to die from whatever the disease was going to be. And I think they cut it because of current situations, which
coronavirus. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been offended.
I know. I'm like, y'all should have kept it. Like, it would have been.
So we can't have no show of people dying of coronavirus until the coronavirus is done.
Well, maybe it was too close to home. I mean, it already hits on all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Do we need to hit on the pandemic too?
I guess so. There's no pandemic, so you can see a few cuts and stuff, and that's why I guess some things feel like it's missing, especially with the Flag Smashers. So yeah.
Interesting.
That is.
Is it time to talk about Sharon Carter?
Yeah, we skipped over them going into Madripoor the first time, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back.
Yeah. So you got when they go to Madripoor, they meet Sharon Carter after almost dying because Sam's sister called him.
Dumb. I'm like, just press ignore or something.
Yeah, he should have just cut the phone off immediately, and then you wouldn't even been in that situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, what we gonna do about the bank, Sam? Sam, just come on.
You don't answer the phone call. You.
First of all, like.
Well, she made him answer.
But dude,
yeah, but eventually it's gonna be over. So I'm like, all right, let me answer this before, and then like eventually, it's just gonna go to voicemail. Like stall for time, something, man. You know this ain't gonna go right.
Then, like, Sam, this is not your first go around. Like, you've been undercover before, right? Like,
right?
Why is your phone still on?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, why is his phone still on? Yeah, why? But whatever. Oh, before then, let's talk about that bar fight with the Winter Soldier. Like,
dude lost his mind,
when he told him to attack?
Yeah.
Did he tell him to attack though?
Yeah, but he was
like playing a part.
He was playing a part. He was supposed to be the Winter Soldier.
He enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm like, that tells me in the second episode he was holding back fighting those Flag Smashers on top of the truck.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably.
Because he just got in. Like,
yeah.
So what, you think he just held back because he didn't want to lose it again? Or like he knew?
Well, I don't think he's not supposed to hurt people.
Space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
when he visited Zemo in the jail, he said, "Oh, you have changed," but he was like, "It's still a little bit of that in you."
Well, he's still the Winter Soldier, right? He didn't forget how to fight.
Yeah.
True.
Right? So, I mean...
He's just like more so in control now, I would say.
Right. But he was ruthless in that bar because he had to be. But I think he was having a little bit too much fun.
Yeah. Now, I am a little bit...
I feel like he doesn't want to lose it like that.
Yeah.
Because he's afraid of what he will do.
I'm also a bit worried because they were recording that. Like, people were recording that on their phones.
Oh, yeah. Sure. It was.
Oh, so they're gonna say like, "Oh, see, he hasn't changed, and we pardon him and all of that."
Yeah, it's a condition of his pardon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
he's being seen with Zemo,
and he's with Zemo. Yeah,
like you can't hurt anybody.
And he did break Zemo. I mean, they're just full blown criminals right now, which is why I say just go ahead and steal the shield. Like we've already broke all these other laws. What's grand larceny or something?
But they broke them in order to accomplish a good. Stealing the shield, I guess, wouldn't. That's just you being petty.
You didn't have to break Zemo out of prison. He could have just told you.
Yeah, let's just talk to him. Wait a minute.
True, but then they would have immediately died in Madripoor.
That's true.
Possible.
Also, how would they get to Madripoor?
It's not Wakanda. It's not a secret bubble around it. Fly in.
But people don't know where it is for whatever weird reason. Because Sam never heard of the place.
That just means Sam doesn't know geography.
So
he was in the army, so I'm like, he probably would be able to find it.
You also talking about the guy who didn't turn his cell phone off either. So.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, true. Good. All right. Try to use his Google Maps or something.
But all right, let's talk about Sharon Carter because this is when she pops in. First of all, Sharon Carter is a beast. All of a sudden, right?
There she go. Yeah. Like that. All these dudes, can't nobody stop you.
I know, right? Like I just feel like there's like 10 of them. Like, come on.
Yeah. But they said the writer was the person that wrote John Wick.
Oh.
So she John Wick them fools.
Yeah, she John Wick them. She's pretty cool. Yeah, so she's just like, man, she's angry, right? First of all, how did she not get her pardon?
He was like, oh, she's awful now.
But wait. Real talk. Do you blame her though? Think about it. Yeah. They got her to break the rules and then they just left.
Yeah.
And like everyone managed to get out of jail and they just like, oh yeah, Sharon who stole all this stuff for us. Forget you then. I might be a little bitter too.
Well, I don't know.
But
when was anyone going to get her? Like Sam and Bucky couldn't have, and neither could Cap at the time. They were all on the run.
How did they manage to work out a deal where Ant-Man and Hawkeye got a house arrest?
Right.
So they saved the men, but not the woman.
Yeah, they did. Y'all didn't work out a deal for Sharon Carter.
That's what I'm saying, though. I might be a little bitter about that too.
Okay, yeah. I'm kind of bitter with the government too. It's like, why did you pardon everybody else and not Sharon Carter? Like, nah, man, she stole the shield. That's it. I'm like, man. So she's an illegal art dealer in Madripoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
I feel like there's more to that though. Like, I feel like there's more to her. People are saying like, oh, maybe she's the power broker. I don't think so, because I don't know why would she lead them to the doctor. That don't make sense.
I don't think so.
But
because the power broker is an actual person behind the scenes in the comic book. I never say who the power broker is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's more to her though.
I think she's like working with the government in order to get, back. Like, so she has to do these things like a super undercover mission or whatever that leads them to the power broker, and then that's how she gets her status back.
Okay.
Yeah. They basically prove your worth type thing.
So then she's just playing along with Sam. When Sam said he can clear her name, she's just kind of just going along with it.
Well, first of all, how can Sam clear her name?
Yeah, I was like, he ain't got no pool. He has no pool at all.
Clearly not. You get your boat foreclosed. You ain't got no power. Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't.
You can't even get a loan from the bank, nigga.
Right.
You don't get her pardon.
Right. Anyone that could have gotten her pardon is not around anymore.
Maybe if Sam would have been in Captain America.
Captain America.
They wouldn't have let him be Captain America.
Not that guy.
They wouldn't. They would not have let him be Captain America.
Oh, that's what I was there. Yeah, Steve Rogers.
No, I mean they would have had an issue with it, but he might have had some more pull though.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, no. Who else is around? Spider-Man can't pardon her.
Can't even get a hall pass.
Yeah. Nobody trusts Clint Barton. Ant-Man can't do anything.
Nick Fury is still around.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Nick Fury's chilling up in space, and Sharon Carter is.
He can't make a phone call.
Yo, he can control stuff like around, man. Even if they think he's dead, he has a way, and he just left her for. Dude. Unless she's secretly working for Nick Fury still, because that's how all that stuff.
She could be.
That's true.
Because I'm gonna say that's kind of messed up, or she's a Skrull.
Oh my god.
Hey, maybe, man.
You never know.
We'll find out at the end, because I think the cutscene at the very end is going to have something like that again.
Yeah, somebody is a Skrull because they're leading this secret invasion. Or she dies and we find out she was a Skrull all along.
Interesting.
But yeah. So that was interesting. And then we end off with Winter Soldier finding some Komoyo beads. And Wakanda is here. Specifically Ale, I think her name is Ale from the Dora Milaje. They're here to get Zemo.
Right, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did too. I have a question about it though.
Okay.
Are they here just to put him back in prison? Because we have to remember, Black Panther is the one that caught him. So if they wanted him dead, why didn't they do that before? Black Panther is the one that caught him.
Okay, but
T'Challa realized that he needed to do the right thing, because the thing is, he could have let him kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
But he didn't. So
the rest of Wakanda's just going to go against what T'Challa wants?
Yes.
Well, okay, all right.
They do it all the time.
Man.
For him to be a king, they do not listen to him.
So true.
You got a point there.
All right, fine. I was like, well, maybe she just wants to make sure he's back in jail. Well,
I mean,
maybe she didn't want her jacket back.
It could just be because, like you said, they broke him out of prison. Like maybe they were completely fine with him being in prison, but now that he's not, make sure he doesn't get away, which he probably will at the end, anyways, because he will.
Oh, one thing to note: this is the Dora Milaje that we met in Civil War, who told Black Widow to move, or you will be moved, which is nice.
This is nice.
Yeah.
This is like, what are you saying? She's mean? Yes.
No, it's the same. I'm saying it was the same person.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Everyone liked that line from Civil War, and then now everybody's acting like it doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying it was just that interesting thing for you to bring up right now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. But I thought that was a pretty cool cameo at the end. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was cool. Yeah. It's playing a little bit of that music too.
Mm-hmm.
The drums.
Like that's how it sounds? Is that how that sounds?
I mean, I can't really make the sounds with my mouth. I don't have bongos.
Oh my god.
Glad it was a fictional place and we didn't offend anyone.
Well, yeah, it is fictional, so we can't offend anyone.
Based on real people.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's about it with this episode, right? Anything else y'all wanted to bring up?
Yeah, I think that is about it.
All right. All right. Well,
the fake Captain America at the beginning, they said that they got to get a team of people that got. What did he say? Because dude, his friend was telling him, "Hey, man, we done tried everything. Like there's nothing we could do." And then Captain America said, "I can't remember what he said." He said, "Then we got to get a team that has some pull or something like that."
Yeah,
because he's going off. But
he said, "Well, then we need to find someone that does have pull."
Yeah.
So
they about to have something going on. Him and his boy. I don't know how on board his boy is with it, but you know,
his boy's a follower, so
yeah, true. So I guess he's just gonna go along with whatever.
Star like that.
That's true.
Okay. R8 Battlestar.
Battlestar. That is such a 1960, 1970 superhero name, though.
Battlestar.
I know, man. That's worse than Squirrel Girl.
These Squirrel Girl rhymes, though.
Watch. They're gonna come out with Squirrel Girl, and they're gonna make it where she's just awesome, and everybody likes Squirrel Girl.
Probably. That's cool with me.
True.
Yeah.
Probably. Especially with the actors they got. Shoot.
Yeah, she's a pretty good actress. All right. Well, I guess that is it with this episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So if you have your own thoughts, let us know. You can comment in the comment section wherever you're watching, or you can reach out to us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3D Rivals. We're also on Gmail if you want to email us for some reason. Do people email anymore? I don't know. But we got one. Yes, they do. 3drivals@gmail.com. And then also we're on Twitter. It is 3_rivals at the Twitters. So if you want to check us out there, you can. Other than that, thanks for watching/listening, and peace out.